Hello, everybody. It's just me again. Um, just thought I would do another video here. I know I'm sort of unpredictable as to when they're going to come out, and nobody ever knows quite when they're going to come out. So, but I'm trying to figure out my camera here. Yes, I guess that's the camera side. Um, yeah, I'm not going to flip it over here now. It's already started, but yeah. So I guess. Today is Tuesday, August 4th at 3:14. Hey, it's Pi. 3:14, 3.14 in the morning. So that's pretty cool. Um, yeah, so over the weekend, I guess it was August 2nd or August 3rd that the Rose Ike at the LondonReal.tv came out with the Rose Ike 5 video, the fifth time that David Ike has been on London Real. So that was sort of exciting. I've started to watch it and I fell asleep the other night while watching it. I mean, not because it wasn't interesting, just because it's so long and everything. So um, I was just watching a little bit more of it now. I got about an hour into it. I didn't even make it 15 minutes in before I crashed out the other night. I just watched up to about an hour, and then there's probably about 2 more hours behind that. So um, got a little more of that to watch. Um, David Ike. I know he's a very controversial figure um, when it comes to COVID and 5G in particular. This video is going to be probably demonetized. Well, I don't really monetize anyway, but it's probably going to be restricted just by me mentioning the name Ike. Ike, David Ike. It's going to be probably restricted because of that. So we'll see what happens. Um, yeah, so yeah, mostly so far in the first hour or so of his video, he talks a lot about the face mask and stuff and how it's it's a popular word of his acquiesce. When we give in to what people are saying, we're acquiescing to a power, to an authority, to a government entity. Um, and even though, they try to make it out to be like it's something positive that they're doing, you're still acquiescing and giving up your freedoms. Um, a lot of people laugh at that. They say, like, oh, I got to wear a mask. It's not that big of a deal. You're not giving up too much. You're helping other people and stuff like that. But really, when does just like so many other arguments, when does it stop? What are they going to come up with next? So maybe when the vaccine comes out, if you don't get the vaccine, are you going to be able to shop? Are you going to be able to go to a store, buy food? What if you're immunocompromised? Just like a lot of people argue, what if you can't get the vaccine for medical reasons? Are they going to prevent you from going out? That's what I've heard. They're going to prevent you from shopping, prevent you from participating in society. We have a cashless. They talked about us going cashless um, in society. So it's going to be all like, eventually electronic transactions. If you don't abide by what they're telling you, are they going to cut you off? Are they going to um, cut off your spending ability? I mean, it wouldn't be in their best interest, obviously, but if they want to scare people into doing that stuff, are you going to do that? I mean, I'm a bit of a cash type person. I I do electronic transactions, but in reality, let me see, I'm getting my wallet out here. So, but I always keep money in my wallet, you know. So let's see here. I always keep quite a bit of cash available, in case things go bad. I got right now. I have $1,003 in my wallet, just in case. Just in case, they try to shut down transactions, because there's still going to be people that will take cash regardless of any restrictions put on our ability to spend. Because I don't even want to get into that, to be honest with you. Sorry, on my camera I'm not pointing it very well, but I don't even really want to get into all that. There's so many tangents you can go out on with NESARA and GESARA and a couple of the other monetary systems, which may be positive, they may be negative. Um, you know, I sort of I was at a friend's house the other night, and I sort of brought up the Fight Club. At the end of the Fight Club, when he blows up all the credit card places up in New England and basically reboots society. Everybody's sort of on an even playing field again. Their credit record sort of cleared off, and their debts are gone, and everybody's sort of back at a level playing field. No matter how rich you are or how poor you are, you're sort of at the same level. I mean, that's a sort of a utopian dream that we could all be that way, but whatever. So, let's see. Other than that, let's see what I haven't really been paying attention to the news today. Let me pull up the Drudge Report. I really haven't really liked Drudge Report lately. It's only been really reporting like a lot of mainstream stuff. He hasn't been very fair to the alternate media. I'm not going to get into any racial stuff or anything right now. I know I did see that the George Floyd video, the full body cams from the other officers were released, and it's just as bad as people expected. What do you expect? I mean, you saw the first video and it was bad. So, what do you really expect from now that? There's nothing that can be done about it now. It's done and over with. I talked last night on my last video a little bit about the SpaceX Dragon capsule coming back and landing. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I really need to write up some notes, before I do these, so I can have some specific talking points. I mean, even Drudge Report doesn't really have anything on it at the moment that looks interesting to even talk about. So, gambler removed in cuffs from Vegas casino for not wearing mask. Holland's top scientists say no evidence that face coverings work. Dollar Slides is warning America is losing its grip on the virus flight, it says. Millions of Chinese masks flood U.S. market, FDA under fire. Birx is the new White House target, probably of leftist mainstream media. Parents struggle with schools reopen. I guess I have a little bit to talk about there. Yeah, my daughters are one's going to be 15 this year, and my youngest turned 12. And when I was returning the kids to her the other night, we did have a bit of a conversation about schooling and how that's going to work. And I mean, the kids seem to want to go back to school. They want to see their friends. I mean, that's only normal nature and stuff. They want to see their friends again. But I don't think at their age they realize that the restrictions are going to be put under by the school administrations and the state administrations and so on. So if they have to social distance, wear a mask, I mean, it's not going to be fun. They're not going to be able to really interact with their friends a whole lot, especially like eating lunch, instead of eating in the lunchroom, sitting next to each other and talking and stuff, they'll probably spread everybody out. So, there'd be, separation at the tables in the lunchroom. And if there's a lot of people in there, there'll be people sitting around the walls, separated by 6 feet, people sitting down the hallways, eating their lunch, 6 feet apart or whatever. So, I talked to my ex-wife a little bit about that and everything. And so, if they don't like going back and all the restrictions and stuff, she said she'd probably do the remote learning or the remote teaching, not where they can just you know complete like an assignment at any time and turn it in, but the actual where they have to actually be logged into the computers and it would be actual teachers teaching in real time through whatever app they have. So that's probably the next best thing, I guess, to in-person teaching. And then, if that doesn't seem to be working out well or whatever, then, we've discussed in the past like potential homeschooling. Um, so, she works from home, I work from home. So I think it probably wouldn't be too hard in my family's case. So, but I'm not going to get into too much of the personal stuff. But let's see, 4 out of 5 considering homeschool. Well, that's the next article. 4 out of 5 considering homeschooling. Um, Teachers protest across the nation, probably because they're scared. They've been scared by the mainstream media. Spain's new infections hit young, middle-aged. Right, that's probably another scare tactic by Europe. Corona sniffing dogs dispatched at airport. I mean, come on now. I mean, I can understand like cancer sniffing dogs because people with cancer typically have other side issues where they're like dying, where they're physically dying and they give off some hormone or something. But COVID sniffing dogs, that's bullshit. Um, Vaccine will not change world right away. I'm a little torn on the vaccine, but I'm not going to get into that either at the moment. Effective, they say the vaccine will be effective in as few as 50%. Well, that's not any different than the flu vaccine. The flu vaccine, even if they know what strain's coming out each year, it's typically only 40 to 60% effective anyway. Drug companies will be exempt from liability claims. Of course, they'll be exempt. So if anybody gets hurt by it, they'll have to go through the drug court. What is it? The whatever. It's like a federal drug court or vaccine court that they can go through to try to get reparations, but it comes from taxpayers instead of from the actual pharma companies that create the drug. So if somebody gets hurt by it, me and you are paying for it, and the drug companies get off scot free. So, but as I said in my previous video, I'm trying to keep these videos a little bit shorter. I just thought I would do an update, and so I'm trying to keep them down to about I don't know, 10, 15, 20 minutes at the most, and not the 25, 27, 30-minute ones like I've done in the past. So right now I'm up to 13 minutes and 53 seconds. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it off here. So you all have a good night and peace out.